We haven't been too bad. It's been semi-mellow.
Died down a couple of the episodes. You want to get back to the gritty?
Oh, we pretty.
You want to say some
This one's
controversial
good.
shit?
I like this one. This is Blake. I like this one. I think this will do good.
What?
You know how I always say like this one sucked. It's gonna be trash.
Oh,
He says that every time.
Like you said.
Last week did good.
You said it was gonna
Every
tank.
every
check
week,
it.
every week is tanked to Jay. Like,
No,
oh, this
I'm
shit
normally
sucks.
right.
Last week,
I'm normally
he-
right.
No,
I'm
the week
normally right.
the 420 one, he loved that one.
Yeah, that was great.
But the one after that, he
Was
said,
the
"This is gonna
420?
fucking tank."
No. The one with Daniel.
Yeah, that was the one with Daniel.
I like
yeah.
that. No, I like that one.
What
Too.
episode? That's the one that'll have the most views?
Last week had me wanting to
No,
shut
no,
the
Daniel
shop
was
down.
not there for 420. That was just the four of us.
Right. The next
Yeah,
one
he
was
was
Daniel.
there.
I like
He
that
was there
one.
for
Yeah,
the
Daniel
one
did
after
good.
that.
It was the week after
Right.
Daniel.
Last week.
That you
Last
fucking
week.
hated.
Last week had me calling Jamel,
Yes.
Shane, everyone. I'm like, look.
So
this
let me
shit's
hold
over
on.
with.
Hold on. Let me set this shit up. So Jay called me, right? I'm at
I
work.
didn't come to you because I know you don't fucking care.
Yeah. I'm
At
at
all. If I tell you, if I tell Blake I'm shutting this shit down,
No,
Blake's gonna say,
no.
all right.
So he called you because
Yeah.
he texted me.
He called
Wait
me.
a minute.
He texted
Right.
me.
He
He
called
didn't call you.
He called me.
Well, I'm scared of you because you have
scared.
work. You have an office
Yeah.
job. I don't like bothering you, so it's a text.
He called me. I'm at work.
Respect.
I'm chilling, right? So he says, Mel, what are you doing? I said, nothing, chilling. I'm at work. Oh, yeah. So you still want a pod? I'm like, yeah, what the fuck not? He's like, because I got the feeling everybody just like, fuck this shit.
And we suck.
And I'll just take this shit and do a fucking 30-minute podcast about music. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, when I missed one Friday because I had to work the next day like extra
Oh,
stores.
No, it wasn't that. You had Christmas with your family.
No. This was the second one I missed. That was the first one I missed.
Oh, you missed 2 Fridays?
Shane, how many
I
did you
missed
miss?
2.
Well, it's my fucking house. I mean,
What about you? No, you missed it.
No, I haven't missed the episode.
I missed 2, but that second one I missed because I had to work. They pushed my schedule back the next day, so Saturday I had to work extra stores.
Right.
that was
Had
the
to
one
get
that
up
Hayes
early.
did.
That was
Hayes
when
did.
Hayes did.
Okay.
I
Okay,
had to get
yeah.
up early.
That would have been good. See, that would have made that episode good.
The next week.
Hayes will be back.
The next week on that Monday, this dude confronted me and said, "Well, Blake, you missed it. I feel like you're saying this Friday shit's too hard for you because you want to quit the podcast. I think this is your fucking excuse to leave the show." I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I missed one day. No, I think this is your excuse. I think you're using this Saturday thing as a fucking excuse, Blake.
That's what he said.
Paranoid fuck.
Yo, that's what he said to me.
I am extremely.
He said,
paranoid.
Yes.
He said Blake is gonna quit. Blake is like fuck y'all, and then I got the feeling that everybody's gonna say.
Let me
since
tell
Blake's
y'all
not here,
a
fuck y'all.
little side note. My paranoia comes from my whole childhood, and that's why I'm alive and not in jail because of paranoia.
Yeah.
I had to be paranoid. It's just carrying over. Like if I feel okay, honestly, I was getting this vibe. Like I started feeling bad for Shane. I'm like,
Yeah, that's how you started. That's how
this
you
is my
started.
guy.
Nobody should feel bad
no,
for Shane. He's
no,
doing
but
okay.
Shane's not really a vocal dude. I've been knowing him a long time, and he's not gonna say, "Look, Cleve,
You're my shit.
fuck y'all."
No, I would definitely
I
say
don't.
that.
I just don't
I
feel
would
like you
definitely say
would.
that.
But see,
I feel like you would though,
I would
cause
say that.
see, Mel
No,
said.
no, don't do that.
I thought I was thinking like we're coming to
Don't
his
sit on my
house.
fucking chair.
It's
bro.
like we take over his
Stand on
family.
my fucking chair.
It's like
Yep,
we're like
that was the last straw. He's standing on my chair.
no. So we're like, all right, Shane, Friday night, 7 o'clock. We're coming to your house. All of us. We may bring friends. We're coming in there. We're gonna order up some fucking food and we're gonna drink your drinks, all of them. And we're just gonna take over your fucking
we're gonna
kitchen.
charge it to your
You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking.
credit card.
I-
your electric bill.
I got paranoid because
Those big ass lights we got here now.
I felt like the quality of the show was going down because I thought it was getting consistent and boring. Like, okay, here we are at the kitchen table. Again.
OJ again.
Just yeah, same
Jay-Z
old shit,
again.
same people.
That's like you just
So-
try and keep it
so
fresh.
I
you
thought-
gotta find ways
I
to
thought-
keep your show fresh.
Right, and I thought I have got to. It's a known fact that I kind of got to push to break the door open. Like we'll have ideas. We'll be like, okay, this all started as we should do a podcast. We should do a YouTube thing, and it was talked about
That's all we did
for a long time.
Just
Maybe
talk about
maybe
it.
2-3 years. This was talked about.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This actually, I had an idea with my boy Savara in Baton Rouge when I
Yeah.
lived there. We were really into music,
Yeah.
and we would always be like, we need to make like a YouTube video, like little 20-minute, 20-30 minute things
Yeah.
talking about it or whatever. We could.
Yeah, I was just looking at him like.
Oh.
Now just take a picture on free.
Checking yourself out.
He's fine. 2 hours in, he's looking at the camera like, "What's up, YouTube?
Hi.
See my
What's
text?
happening? What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Bitch
Sorry to
I
neglect you.
forgot they was there for a minute.
Let's tell them hello. Come on now.
Forgot they was there
Let's
for a
get
minute.
intimate. No, sorry to neglect you guys. No, so it's been talked about, but I feel like it's like a vision. You know, it's gonna talk until I say. Shane would call me rushing and crazy when I'm like, let's fucking do it today. And they're all looking at me like, huh? Well, Mel's always fucking down, right? He's like, let's do it, Jay. Fuck it. And then Shane's the guy, he's like the logical motherfucker. He's like,
Adult in the room.
this is gonna cost money. And this
Well,
we
he's
may
an
not be
accountant.
any good. We don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I think that was his exact fucking words.
Yeah, like,
Yes,
but
that's
no,
exactly what I
but
Shane crunches numbers
after
all
some
the
pushing,
time.
after some pushing though,
does.
after a little bit of pushing, Shane said, "Okay, let's do it." So we bought some cheap little headphones, like for video gaming, that have the little microphones.
Yeah.
The wife and kids were out, so we went
Dope episode 2.
we went to my
Pretty
house.
good.
We sat around my dining room table, and we had so we had like microphones in or whatever, our little headphones.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna talk about? And we like listed like, let's talk about this movie, this music,
Yeah.
and this. And then we just did
It was very structured.
It was
We're
awkward,
like, we're
very
gonna
structured.
talk 10 minutes about this.
Yeah,
right,
10 minutes about
right,
this.
right,
Like,
right.
no, man, just
Well,
fucking
that-
talk.
But again, like first time, we had no
Yeah.
idea what we were doing. We didn't know how. It took us forever to find out how to work GarageBand.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. So we're trying to do that. Well, then,
How many videos we watched to do that? Like 30?
yeah, we watched a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube videos to try to learn. So I was kind of uncomfortable slightly because I'm like, we need something. Something's missing.
Yeah.
So this was Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Monday, I'm at work and I have lunch with Blake.
Uh-huh.
I know Blake. I've played sports with Blake. Blake used to live at my parents' house with,
Yeah.
you know, and so, but I've never really like really talked to Blake, you know, so
Yeah.
like that, you know, like
Uh-huh.
kind of acquaintance in a way. He's more my brother's friend. He grew
Yeah.
up with my brother, stood in my brother's wedding,
Right.
stuff like that. So we're sitting down, we're having lunch because we're now close co-workers because he works on my right and
Yeah.
whatnot. So we're eating and we're talking, and I'm getting to see his personality.
Uh-huh.
And this dude's brain is like fucking brilliant to me, to
Mhm.
me.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and I'm thinking, whoa. And he's like, well, what did y'all talk about? Because I'm telling him about, yeah, we were starting this little podcast. Still in my brain, nothing's clicking.
Yeah.
Like, get this guy. But he's like, oh, well, y'all talked about I think it was the new Creed movie, Creed 2
Yeah.
was one of the topics. And he's like, well, did you ever talk about like this and this and how it led up to this or this in boxing? He was like branching off, and I'm like, fuck, it's fucking brilliant. No, I didn't think of that. I didn't know, we didn't know how to elaborate on stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Right.
would you be interested? And then he told me that he listens to other podcasts. Like, oh, do you know Joe Rogan? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, I knew who he was. He's like a game show host before, right?
Comedian. It
Comedian.
was Fear Factor. The
Fear Factor. Fear
guy.
Factor is where I know him.
Used to make people slow dance with tarantulas. And shit.
right. Like getting this coffin with snakes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, yeah, he's the most famous right now podcaster or whatever. And so I'm like, Blake, you want to be in this? And he's like, yeah. Well, then I had this burst of confidence because I knew me, Shane, and Mel mesh naturally.
Yeah.
We've been knowing each other so long. And I'm like, inserting Blake,
Mhm.
he's going to fix the problem of we couldn't elaborate. All it takes is him to bring something up
Yeah.
to branch off,
Uh-huh.
and then
And
you talk about
antagonize Mel.
it. Right. So, and we didn't even know that was going to happen, right? So,
That's how
Blake,
you develop chemistry.
right. So then I got the nuts to say, all right, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right, and we're going to do it now.
Yeah.
And Shane advised against it.
Shane's house.
Mel, as usual, being Mel says, let's do it, Jay. I'm with it. And Shane, being the logical guy, Jay, yeah, don't do it. Nah, not yet. we haven't even tested it with Blake. And even Blake was like, well, fuck, that's a lot of pressure. Well, it was a lot of pressure on you because I'm like, well, we have you now. And you're like, well, hold on. I don't know. I've never done a podcast. I don't fucking know. So I did it, though. And we did the first episode. Well, now,
The text message was, he sent us a picture of all the equipment.
Yeah.
I just paid for this shit.
Yeah.
Fuck this, y'all.
He
I'm gonna
did.
install it.
That's exactly what happened.
After we said don't buy it.
Yeah.
right.
It's like,
I think we all
like,
said don't buy
They
it.
piecemeal it. Like, let's not spend a bunch of money right now. Let's just get a little bit.
Yeah.
But
he had already returned the
other shit,
other
right.
shit to Best Buy. We did. It was like, fuck it, we're doing this
fucking
shit.
We're gonna do this all in. So I come. I got the mic stands, the microphones.
Yeah.
We didn't have the pop filters.
But
yet.
hold
We
on,
discovered that.
before you go there, this is not even like a week later or nothing. This is like 2 days, maybe 1 day.
No. This was Monday. That Saturday we started.
did it.
And then Monday I met with Blake. And then
And Tuesday-
Friday we were potting.
Yeah, Tuesday he bought all the equipment. Like, this is what we need to pod, and so we doing it. I'm like, yo, that was like fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say anyway, we're here now, and we're
22 weeks in.
yeah. So we're doing it, and let me check something real quick. I think we're good.
It's like 5
It's
months. It's
still
over
something
5
something.
months doing that.
All right, we're rolling. All right, so anyway, we were there Friday. We're rocking. Well, now Shane's like, all right, that wasn't bad, but don't put it out. Blake says we need to edit that, and Shane's like, don't put that out there. And I'm like,
Fuck that.
And this was late. This was Friday, maybe like midnight.
yeah,
Like this
but-
was late as fuck.
Well,
so
my
I'm tired.
thing is,
I've been working all day.
There were two things that I needed to happen. I needed to know how to get it somewhere where
Yeah.
people can hear it. So I had
That's
to test
why
it.
you did the
So I
SoundCloud.
uploaded it to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It worked, success. However, no one knows about it, so no one's gonna hear it. So I sent it to a select group of people
Yeah.
that I knew would give me some
When
kind of
when you sent me that, because I had SoundCloud, but you had to get on there, like
Right.
you had to make an account. Like I
Right.
didn't have an account at first, so I
Right.
couldn't even see it.
So at first, I know Zach in particular was the first person to hit me back. All right, he's a little guy I worked with. He's been here several times, friend of the show. All right, so Zach hears it and he's listening to it while he's working,
Yeah.
and he's texting me like, "This is really good. Like this sounds like an actual podcast, and I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
This sounds good." I was kind of confident, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, well, I don't think it's that great or whatever. I'm kind of scared to put it out there. He's like, no, man, like, really, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, then the next guy who talks to me is later on that night is Hayes, who was on the show, friend of the show. Shout out to Hayes. He starts texting me stuff. And he's like, this was funny. This was good. This sounds like a podcast. And
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts, and this sounds good. So I'm like, okay. So then I started trickling it out to a couple other, getting good reports.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. So that gave me a little bit of confidence. I got some feedback on some of my insecurities. Like I didn't like, no one likes their voice hearing back or whatever. Like Shane sounds like Shane to me. Blake sounds like Blake to me. Mel sounds like, but your own voice, you may not like, oh God. But, you know, people were like, well, you need to relax. You didn't sound like yourself. Just kind of chill. So then the next episode, it gets more in, and now it's getting better and better and better. But yeah, I pulled the trigger on the shit, and it was good. So I'm like, all right. And they're like, I can't believe it. And I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, but we're okay. We're okay. Without editing, and people like it. So
But
we're
he
good.
said,
I'm
but
still pro editing though, by the way.
yeah, we should edit some stuff. But I mean, that Friday night we were up till midnight or so. I sleep the next day till noon. By the time I wake up, I get all kinds of text messages because apparently there's a Facebook page now.
Yeah.
This shit is all fucking like,
Yeah,
what
we
the fuck
going
just
in.
happened?
And
Like,
Instagram.
Instagram. I went to bed and we were gonna listen to it and see
Yeah.
what. I wake up, we're fucking everywhere.
That's just in the
I'm like,
world.
I'm going to tell you something else.
That was your brother.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Josh said, well, you created a Facebook page, but you didn't invite everyone. I did it. And I'm like, what? And he just went crazy. And now we had more people, and I'm like, fuck, I wasn't ready for that. But it was positive feedback, so then I get more confident, you know?
Yeah.
So
Which,
So then-
which doesn't help the fact that now you just go and do
Oh,
more
it's cool.
confidence.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
I think people who know
You need
Look,
that. We
they just see
needed
it,
that. We
and
needed
it's
I'm
like,
glad
no,
you
this
guys-
is
that's
something
what I'm
cool.
here to
It's
do.
different.
Right.
They gravitate towards.
But here's the
that.
thing. Here's the thing. If I didn't push, we'd
It
still
wouldn't-
be sitting at Hooters talking about we should do a podcast or a YouTube
You're right.
channel.
You're right.
And we went 21, 22 weeks probably talking about we really need to move to that room and do some YouTube. And we'd walk in here every now and then like, this is a good setup. This would be cool. And it wasn't going to happen until I said, you know what? We need to fucking do this. I'm doing this. We're doing it. I researched it. I did it. And boom, here we are. It just takes a little push. And then, here we are. So
If y'all do get in a rut and ratings aren't going where you like it, if you want to really boost ratings,
Oh,
like
shit.
really, you want to just like light this shit on fire. Just take a brick and throw it through Shane's TV. Start trashing.
we could be
the
like
house.
Jackass.
Yeah, just destroy his house.
Not
And
here.
then you gotta ask Shane, so you say, how dedicated are you to this show? The success of the show. Take it for the team.
Like tie Shane up in the living room while we trash everything.
You'll get ratings. Trust. You'll get some
Fucking
ratings.
assholes tied this dude up and fucked his house up. And he's on the show.
It's gonna be on the
Couldn't say
fucking
shit 'cause
news.
they had him duct taped. His dog too. He was
yeah.
helping.
Yeah, that'll be a good show.
They were pouring water
If
everywhere.
y'all ever do that,
Some
I want to be part
motherfucker-
of that show.
You just want to fuck Shane shit up.
Yeah. And then we'll use Shane's credit card to pay for everything.
Fix it back.
I love Shane's credit card.
You like this?
Yeah, I love
Credit card.
That's what's gonna be called Shane's credit card.
Yeah.
Episode 35.
No, Shane has good credit. Just look at him. I
Fucking
know-
awesome credit.
I know you have good
Fucking
credit.
awesome credit, man. What's your credit score, man?
747.
747. I got you beat.
I know you do.
788.
I know you
I
do.
don't know. Is that good? I mean, I
Yes,
guess it's
that
good.
is
Don't
good.
fucking
850
humble
at the
brag.
top.
Is that good?
850 is the top.
I said, yeah, I didn't know where the top was.
I'm 7. I was
850.
780. That was
850
mine.
at the top.
So 850 is the
You'll
highest.
get there.
I can get there.
You will.
I know
You just
some.
look
I know
like you have
somebody's.
your shit together.
I know a chick. She's
I'm alright. I can
830
do
right now.
Vegas tonight.
Was that
830.
8:30?
I know a chick. She's 830.
Damn.
Damn, man. I'll add her. Can we go to Vegas?
That's mine.
Let's use her credit card.
No, I mean, like, with, you
Yes.
get chicks to do things for us, like fill the gas tank and shit.
Yes.
Oh, we went out?
Oh, you just got a little battery.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh. Alright.
Definitely.
I think it's wrap up time.
that's definitely can happen though. That probably can happen.
Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yeah. Shout out to the
All the
mothers.
yoga pants,
Yeah,
man.
happy Mother's Day.
I love my mama.
Skinny
You heard?
bitches, tall bitches, big bitches, fat bitches, women who are not bitches.
All
Make
my
sure
mothers.
I'm gonna send Shane a text message
Mothers,
saying Happy Mother's Day.
Why?
Yes.
Because I like fucking with you.
Well, thank you, Todd, for coming through. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
I'd
this is
love
fun.
to have
this is
you in-
good. This shit was fun. I enjoyed it. It was
And
good.
you really welcomed every time, seriously,
Yeah.
family. And I'd love to have you and Daniel at the same time.
Yeah,
That could
I
get
need
interesting.
my boy.
Have all three of you motherfuckers over there.
The
And
metal
we could
heads.
have 3 rap guys over there and we could battle. But all right, everyone, this has been the Lunch
No.
episode
Yeah, you don't
22.
even know what the name of the show
This
is.
is the luck.
I studied that. The Lunch, episode 22. Thank everyone for listening. Thank y'all for watching. And
Peace.
later.
Later.
On yourself.